Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As promised, I have a video for you today. I'm going to show you how I cleaned my vintage Louis Vuitton bag. So this is the bag right here. I've had it about 2 weeks now. I purchased it from Fashion File. I will link the reveal video below so that you can check it out. I'll go over all of the details in that video. But for this one, I just want to show you how I cleaned it, because when I received it, the hardware was a little bit tarnished and the leather was a little bit dry. And so I'm going to walk you through the entire process, including all of the products that I used to clean the bag. Okay, I have my Combat Cleaner Premium Luxury Purse Cleaner and Conditioner. I purchased this on Amazon, and this is what I'm going to be using to clean my bag. So inside we have a luxury purse restorer and conditioner, and we also have a luxury polish and cleaner, and then they also include a little white pad or puff to do the cleaning with. I may use this one, but I also will probably end up using a microfiber towel, because I think this is probably going to get really dirty. So here's my bag. As you can see, I have taken the strap off. This on the jeune fille, the strap actually does come off, so I've got it in 3 separate pieces here. I have the little shoulder strap, I have the strap, and then of course I have the bag. So that's where I'm going to begin. The front of the bag here, where the buckle is, looks like it really needs some conditioning, so that's what I'm going to go with first and condition all the leather before I do anything else. I'm actually going to use this brand new microfiber cloth rather than the puff, just because I feel like this is probably going to be easier to use. So, okay, managed to get some on the cloth, and now I'm just going to rub this conditioner onto the vachetta leather and give it the drink that it so desperately needs. I'm going to be doing this all over the leather parts of the bag. I'm not really concerned about getting it onto the coated canvas, because the canvas is in really good shape. But this is the procedure. We're just going to rub this in and keep rubbing it all over the leather to condition it. Okay, I got all 3 of these tabs on the bag. Now I'm just going to do the back seam here where the pocket is. I think this is in really good shape considering the age of the bag. It doesn't look like it has any stains or anything on it, so pretty happy overall with the condition of this bag, all things considered, although I still think I can make it look a little better. As far as the interior of the bag goes, it is all leather. I'm going to give it a very light swipe, but overall the interior is in pretty good shape, and I don't want to goop it up with too much conditioner, so I'm just going to give it a very, very light swipe with the conditioner here, just to kind of take care of those areas that might be a little bit drier. I'm actually going to rub the conditioner into the cloth a little bit, spread it out, and then go inside the bag just like this and rub it in there very gently to give it a little bit of softness. Now, the biggest challenge, of course, is going to be the strap, because it's quite long, but it does not appear to be in very bad shape. As I mentioned, the worst part on this bag is the clasp right here, but the strap itself seems to be in really good shape. There is this bend in the shoulder strap, which there's really not a lot you can do about that. It's just from the many years of wear, but even that is still in good condition. And I actually feel that this is probably a replacement part, but I'm not sure. I have no way of knowing. So I have all of the leather parts that I want to condition. I've done the strap, shoulder strap. I've done the actual bag strap. I've also done the exterior of the bag itself. I did a little bit of the interior of the bag, just a little swipe of conditioner inside there, because it is all leather. Next up, I'm going to be focusing on the hardware. There's only a couple pieces of hardware on this bag. I do have the buckle right here. I have the buckle, of course, on the strap. And then I have the zipper. I'm kind of going to focus I think, on the zipper because I really would like it to be a little bit more shiny and a little bit cleaner. So that is going to be my next step. Okay, next up I'm going to be working on the hardware on this bag. I have a metal cleaner from my husband's garage. It's called Quick Glow Chrome Cleaner, Rust Remover, Silver Brass, Porcelain, etc. So I'm going to be using this. It's very similar to other metal cleaning products that you can find in a auto parts store. And so I'm going to be using that. You can see it's kind of like a paste, and I'm going to be putting it on with Q-tips. So I'm outside now because this is going to be a messy job and I just don't want to mess up my kitchen table. So I'm going to be going ahead and working outside here. So I'm going to get a little bit of this on each of the Q-tips, and I'm just going to start rubbing it all over the metal on here. And I believe you just have to keep rubbing until the tarnish starts to come off. So not the most exciting job, but it's definitely going to be time consuming as well. So I'm just sitting out here, like I said, and enjoying the September sunshine while I go ahead and do this job. You can see it rubs in there. Not much hardware on this bag, really. Just the zippers and the two clasps, one from the strap and one from the front pocket. So you can see starting to get a little bit of dirt on here. These aren't actually too bad, all things considered, but they're definitely not shiny. So that's what I want to do, is make them as shiny as I can. So I'll be working on this for a while. Okay, I've been working on it for only about 10 minutes, and you can already see that this side here has started to shine up and look a lot less brown. Just for comparison, I'll show you the other buckle, which I haven't touched yet. So you could probably see that this one is starting to look more bright golden color. And it's working really well, but it is a very messy job, so this is not the kind of thing that you want to do with a fresh manicure. Just saying. Okay, I have gotten both of my buckles looking really, really nice and shiny. I don't know if you can see that. So now I'm going to start on the zipper, and I think the zipper is going to take some time, to be honest with you, because it is, oh gosh, it's probably 10 inches long, but the procedure is going to be the same. I'm going to take my Quick Glow cleaner, and I'm going to use Q-tips. I'm just going to rub it on the zipper. I'm going to start with the zipper pull and go from there. So it took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do the two buckles. So this is the kind of thing that is going to take some time. It's not going to be a quick process, so you need to devote some minutes to it for sure, just so you're aware of that. But I'm going to continue on with the buckle. I pretty much have the zipper clean to my satisfaction. You can see it's a lot brighter. The paste does tend to collect a little bit in the zipper. So my solution for that, for like a final cleaning, is to actually take a clean, dry, soft toothbrush, make sure it is clean and it is dry, and then you're just going to go into the little grooves and you're going to brush out the pieces of paste that might still be in there and just polish everything up as like a final touch. The zipper itself has a lot of different parts and everything. Oh, and by the way, this is a Claire zipper, which Louis Vuitton used probably up until the 90s, like from the 1970s to the 1990s. So that's a nice little touch on this vintage bag as well. You notice it doesn't have the LV, which means it's a much older bag. Okay, next up I'm going to be cleaning the leather with some baby wipes. I purchased Huggies Simply Clean baby wipes, so they don't have any fragrance in them, and they're supposed to be gentle, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and use these to clean the leather. I've got this shoulder piece, I've got the strap, and then of course I have all of the leather on the front and the sides of the bag to clean. And I'm just going to go ahead and get started with, I'm actually going to start with this. So let's just see now. This is actually going to darken the leather, and it will eventually lighten up. It's not going to stay this dark color, but just so that you're aware of that, there's really not a whole lot you can do with vachetta if you want to keep it pristine. It really just is going to age. So if you don't want the vachetta to darken, then you don't want to do this step, but I'm going to do it because I really want to get the bag as clean as I possibly can before I use it. For the interior of the front pocket, you can see that the leather is different. This is not the vachetta leather, and I'm just rubbing over the area with the baby wipe. Now you can see that there's not a lot of dirt coming up in this case. Some of these are wear marks that I'm not going to be able to do much about, and some of these darker marks might be stains as well. If they come out, that's great. If they don't, I'm okay with that too, because I feel like this is a part of the bag that's hidden, because it's always going to be down like that. These are just a couple of snapshots of the cleaning process. You can see how dirty the Q-tips are, and then hopefully you can see the difference between the tarnished hardware and the shinier hardware in these two photos. So that's it, guys. That is how I clean my bag. I'm really happy with it. I do continue to put some conditioner on it from time to time because, as I mentioned, this is the biggest wear area of this bag. It does look a little bit I guess like used and dirtier, so I just keep putting conditioner on there, and it really makes a difference. So you can do that as well too. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments or questions, do leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.